In the dead of night, when the shadows creep, Dirty Fylth is joining while Cryptid sleep. Sasquatch dancing from the solid skies, Mothman vanishes with glowing eyes. It's Dirty Fylth and Cryptid cartoons, space out radio blasting past the moon. Dogman howls, aliens grin, buoys block as the weird begins. Charles legends that we love, from swamp lands to the stars above. Rushes pays, the crowd leans in. Every stroke lets the fun begin. So buckle up, touch truth news. Dirty Fylth and Cryptid cartoons. Space out radio, we starting for you.
Hello, creeps and cryptids. Welcome to another episode of Spaced Out Radio. 1 second, I need to grab some water for this. I left it on the counter. Right, I got my water here because it's very important. You can't do any watercolors without watercolors. I'm Dirty Fylth, and I'm here today by myself because Fox Vegas is out collecting a couple zombie bunnies before the art walk, which is next Friday to Monday. Well, Friday to Sunday, July 10th to 12th in Edmonton. We'll be at the White Avenue Art Walk. So I'm here every Saturday. I think, as I said previously, I might not be here next Saturday, but Dave Scott, handsome fellow with a beard, gave me the okay to attempt some kind of madness next Saturday. So next Saturday around this time, I'm going to attempt to do some kind of live art walk drawing thing. Not sure how it's going to work out. It's going to be complete madness and all over the place, but that's the way she goes, and that's the way we ride around this place at Dirty Fylth's Imperial Palace. Credit there, change this around. But yes, other than that, pretty much every other Saturday I'm here. Monday to Friday, you can catch Dave Scott talking about aliens and UFOs and weird things. Hold on a sec here, I gotta scroll down a little bit here. Yes, there you are. And let's say hi to Kitty Cattywhack, who's always in first place every time, and she's the best. Love the Kitty Cattywhack. And also Undead Jed. Hello, I love you guys as well. Also, I would like to say Happy Independence Day to all my American friends, especially my pal Me Bob. If you listen to Me Bob, love you, buddy. You're the best in the world. And go Huskers. So yes, Happy Independence Day to America. If I could live anywhere else in the world, it would probably be Omaha, Nebraska. Close to my buddy Me Bob, and I Google bug him all the time. But yes. Happy Independence Day. We had our Canada Day on Wednesday because, you know, nothing like celebrating the independence of your country by having to work the next day. But it was all good. We're always busy at work, and it's nice. So, yes, like I said, it's just me riding along by myself today, rather. And Fox Vegas is out hunting for wild zombie bunnies. And eventually we're going to bring them. Am I going to go through there? Yes, I am. We're going to go bring them to the White Avenue Art Walk, which is July 10th to the 12th. That'll be nice. Yes. Hello, Stephen Finnegan. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope all my American friends have like a cheeseburger or something, shot of whiskey, a brisket, shoot some guns off for me, blow something up. You know, typical stereotype American pastimes. If you want to do non-stereotypical American pastimes, you can do those as well. But just think about your pal Dirty Fylth in Canada today. It's nice and warm out in Edmonton where I live, and we're not being drowned by rain for a change, and we've had a couple days without rain. So, but I know other places in America and around the world are melting in heat, but Canada's had well, at least Alberta has had oh, I gotta move this here. I keep clicking the mouse or the microphone with my brush, and nobody wants to hear me clicking that. But I hope you guys have a wonderful time. As I said, well, at least in Alberta, we've been pretty soggy here, so it changes all the time every year, and this year we're a little extra soggy. The last time we were this soggy, and I remember it was 2018 because I was working at a lighting store, and my days off were oh, look at that nice little smooth move there. My days off were Fridays and Saturdays, or Sundays rather. So I just remember staying up late and watching the rain. It seemed like every single Thursday and Friday it was relatively rainy out, and that's just what I remember. And nobody can say otherwise because I lived here, and all the climate people and everything, they keep forgetting that the entire universe is always changing, and sure enough, maybe we shouldn't dump garbage into the ocean and whatnot, but I still think that you got room for improvement for everything, much like my artwork. There's always room for improvement. I've been playing around with a little bit of watercolor lately. I actually seen someone the other day on X, 'cause that's mostly where I lurk, and excuse me, this person was playing with her watercolors for the first time in a while, and I just had to go in there and say a nice thing because I like to encourage people I don't know, and artists and weirdos and everything. I like to encourage them to just play around with their stuff. Even they go, where do I start? Well, the best place to start with your art, if you're ever interested in that kind of stuff, is just hammer it out, play with it, and I mean, every piece that I do is it's just more learning for me. So I also have to make sure that I keep looking at this. Who gets dressed up as Albert? I don't know who Albert is. Does Alberta have a mascot? I don't think Alberta has a mascot there, Mr. Philip Blair 20. We do have the wild rose is our official flower, and I'm not sure if it's been changed, but I guess Alberta's um, moniker or motto or whatever was Wild Rose Country. I'm not sure if that's on our license plates anymore because we used to have to get a sticker for our license plates, and then they decided that we're not going to have to get a sticker on it. You can just renew your license. And I haven't actually looked at the license plate for a while, but the Wild Rose, and you know what? Let me have a quick check here. I know there's an official bird. I believe it's the meadowlark. Alberta fish eel bird. Oh, I'm wrong. It's the great horned owl. So I thought it would be the monarch, but anyways, here we are now. And hello, Mr. Philip Blair 20. Hope you're having a wonderful day, and make sure you phone your mom and tell her you say hi for me. Be like, Mom, Dirty Filth says hi, and she'll be like, who the hell is that guy? And you'll be like, it's not important. But and yeah, so there we are. Anyways, this drawing here that I'm working on today, this is a special request thing. It comes with it's part of a plushie thing, and somebody had seen the Nightcrawler and Lady Nightcrawler's the first plushie bundle that we did, and I got a request for this. So I'm doing this one up because none of the plushies that Foxx ever makes are the same. Never ever. They're always completely different, and none of my drawings are ever the same. And there's only ever one. I never make copies of my drawing, pending I send them out to you dorks. And I have to I have to say that I'll have to find something to give away here today. And if anybody's missing their stuff, you'll have to let me know. I've sent out a couple drawings and some plushies. They may take a little while, but if you're having difficulties, go to your email, type in Fylth, Fylth at filthy.com, and just let me know if you haven't got your stuff yet. And if you haven't, I will somehow reimburse you. I'm not sure how yet, but I will. And today I'm having a little bit of the what do you call it? It's a weird tea, a blueberry something or another. I got it from a friend of mine, and it was actually made by somebody he knows. So yes. Anyways, here let's quickly check the chat. Alberta sounds like a hoot. Yes. Well, I see what you did there with the owl in the Alberta. Alberta's actually a strange place. If you ever follow Lon Strickler, he's had a couple stories that came to him from Alberta, and I don't want to ruin it, but just plug in Phantoms and Monsters. He's a good guy. And Lon was on Friday, or excuse me, on Monday with Dave, because Lon comes on once a month and tells us about the strange and the unusual and all types of weirdness and everything. But check out his website. And don't forget, if you check out his website, before you go there, go to spacedoutradio.com. Buy some Spaced Out Radio socks because you can never have enough socks. Look, there's Fox Vegas. Hello, Fox. Weren't we thinking of giving away Lady Nightcrawler plushie? I do believe you are correct on that. We may have to figure it out. I may just buy the damn thing off you because I love her so much. Or you could stick it in a museum of plushies and junk at the sideshow. But Fox Vegas is apparently taking a couple minutes here to jump in. She's obviously not like tackling a zombie in the wild right now. Those things got vicious teeth, and they often carry knives. Excuse me. So make sure you give your well wishes to Fox Vegas while she's out there finding plushies for next weekend. She just got home, she says. Well, if you want to go for wings after, I'm cool for that, Fox. I'm here for another 45 minutes or so. I wonder if she actually got any live zombies. We'll have to ask her. Somebody's gonna have to ask her. Well, I guess it'll be me. But anyways, not important. We got plenty of drawings to deal with here, and I'm gonna attempt to keep watching the chat room. And oops, I almost dumped that into the brown color, but the background isn't brown. Excuse me. There we go. That's a little bit better. Sometimes you just need a kick of the pants to get your artwork in here. And here's my handsome gargoyle, and he just walked away. I was about to show him to everybody, but he's already said screw that to that. So funny story about the gargoyle. He decided to stay out super late last night. As any good parent would say, you have to come home when the lights come on. And what's Gargoyle doing all last night? Out late, partying, probably next door at the abandoned building in the cat opium den of some sort. And well, he came home to me. Well, I was gonna yell at him, but he came home and I gave him a big hug. So yes, let's check the chat room here for a second. Philip Blair has been to Alberta twice. Most of the time it was spent in the West Edmonton Mall. Neat place. Yes. There used to be a dragon in West Edmonton Mall. As far as I know, it's still in the basement. They took it out at the Silver. It used to be called Silver City, was the big theater that they had it in. But well, it's like Scotiabank or something now because they got bought out. But I mean, I'm willing to get bought out anytime. If anybody wants to put like six or seven zeros behind the number one, I'm willing to sell this stuff and I can make up some new characters, no problem. But I'll have to talk to my buddies in the government here. There we are. I'll tighten up that a little bit later on here. But now we're gonna, excuse me, scoot over to the little bit of extra light around some of the stars because in my cartoons I always like to use a little purple around the stars because purple and yellow seems to work out pretty good all the time. And that's how I like to do this stuff here. With purple and yellow, and you can drag her down there a bit. That's the beauty watercolor. I'm not the best watercolorist, but I appreciate the medium, and I always thought it was kind of a cheater's way when I was younger and everything, but I wasn't a big fan, but here I am now. Because you know what? Biggest thing is if you can change your ideas and the way you think about certain things and perceptions, then either your brain has fallen out of its brain socket or you've evolved a little bit. But let's not forget the only constant is change. So I changed my thought. I used to do a lot of acrylic paintings, and I really got to turn up my music here. It's very rare that I get to listen to some pumping beats. Oh, let's listen to some Ibiza 1990. Wait a second. We're going to play my favorite Ghost song. In honor of Foxx, who's not here, which is Ghost. Here's my. I probably said that wrong, but that's what happens. Look at this crap. Advertisement, advertisement, advertisement. I should just buy the damn album, but they can't listen to it on my headphones through a CD player. Hold on a second here, people. We're struggling for a minute. There we go. And the best part of the song is at the end. It's got. It's muted. There we go. What a struggle. But the best part about the song is at the end, excuse me, there's a saxophone. And I'm a sucker for saxophones. Saxophones and violins. Probably two of my favorite instruments. All right, that's a little bit loud over the headphones. My old man ears now. Do that bad boy off. Get to finish up the grass here a little bit. Then we can get on to the main characters. Go. Oh yeah, there's a cat fuzz that just went into the brush, but par for the course. No, one of these days you get a call from a lawyer to be like, you mailed out a cartoon to somebody and they were terribly allergic to cats and they died. And be like, well, you didn't watch enough Dirty Filth to understand there's a bunch of dickhead cats here, so tough titties for that guy. And then I'd have to bring my lawyer out from retirement, and nobody beats Rowdy Roddy Randy. So yes, it'd be it wouldn't work out too bad for those guys, but the brown, the red, mini palette there. There it is. I got it. score. Thanks for hanging out and helping me with, from the distance, Foxx. I really appreciate it. And thanks for everyone else for coming out here and hanging out with me on America's birthday. 250 years of kicking ass. But let's be honest. I don't want to be the bearer of bad news here, but America has a problem. They don't have enough proper donairs in America. I went to Vegas, had a donair, it had shredded cheddar cheese on it. You don't put shredded cheddar cheese on a donair. Sure, you guys are number one in UFO crashes and all that kind of stuff, but shredded cheddar cheese at a donair, it was fine. It was actually enjoyable, but just not right. And there wasn't even a hairy Turkish guy. If you get a donair or like some kind of pita wrap thing, if you don't get a Lebanese or a hairy Turkish dude with hair on his shoulders or something, you're not getting quality shit. Pardon my French. And the best thing about America, though, they don't serve Nanaimo bars, Dave. So I know he's probably busy with clients and stuff or whatever he's doing, but good on America for not having Nanaimo bars. Anybody that's interested in them, you might as well just unfriend me now or never watch the show again. Nanaimo, it's unbelievable. Luckily for me, nobody's around me to hit me right now, so I can just badmouth the Nanaimo bars as much as possible without any physical beating repercussions. So, yes, Nanaimo bars are these sickly, disgusting things. It's a layer of chocolate on the bottom, and it's got some weird coconut goop in the center, and then chocolate on top, and they put this like nice little drizzle type thing to make it look good. It just really isn't. So I don't know. I'm sorry, the Jaquetta. I'm ranting today. I'm in a ranting mood. I got a whole bunch of windows to paint in, so just just avoid Nanaimo bars. They're not what Dave cuts them out to be. And don't let anybody tell you they're good. Especially anybody that says foyer instead of foyer. See what they did there, Dave? Anyways, it's a foyer, and Dave's wrong. But we're gonna put these little windows in here. One of the things about drawing my cartoons is I always like if I do a background in a city of some sort, I like to put the effect that there's a city of some sort behind everything. Holy jeez. Oh, YouTube is just terrible for music. You have to hammer through about 7,000 advertisements, but one of the things I always like to with my cartoons is the distance. I find if you put some windows and some lights in the back, it just kind of makes the rest of the picture feel like it's actually in some place. And when I originally started drawing, like dedicated my cartoons to things, I always thought like, oh, I don't need to draw a background. I'll just I'll use like Photoshop or something to put a background in, or take a picture of something and then Photoshop it in. But I went away from that because nothing beats physical media. And I know now I'm going to go on a rant here, everybody. I know like Sony and everybody, and they're like, oh, Sony's like, we're not going to PlayStation's isn't going to do anymore physical copies of their discs. Well, tough titties. Gamers should have joined the PC master race a long time ago. And as for everybody else that just buys digital stuff, and good on you. But nothing beats treeware. Nothing beats this. Is it like nobody else is but you see, I see a lot of great artwork out there, and I appreciate a lot of people, but nothing beats physical artwork that's tangible. Look at this. This is stuck on a dirty, crusty piece of book that I've been, or the end of one of my pages, and there's a barcode there too. You can read that. Nothing beats this stuff. Physical artwork, treeware it's the best. And I've said this for a long time, and I've been fairly quiet about some of the stuff, and I find it kind of funny now. Everyone's upset that all this is happening, yet they didn't mind paying for their digital subscriptions for all this crap, and that's what it is, crap. If you don't have the physical CD, excuse me, if you don't got the physical CD, you don't have the physical artwork, you're just yeah, it's like $3, whatever. Good on him. You paid for that artist. He's good. I'm not asking for people to buy my stuff. Well, I am, but it's the appreciation of the time and effort that goes into the things. And when I sit here and I draw cartoons, and I have 7 or 8 people sitting here watching this, listening to me, blah blah blah, whatever, I truly appreciate it. And some people can make way better art than me, but it's just by computer and it's digital. And what do? You do 27 layers in your Photoshop, and then you can change the angle, and you don't ever have to change the way you draw your hand or the slight details that you have to, the subtleties of being an actual artist. That's a lost, that's becoming a lost art. And I ranted about this like 20 plus years ago when everybody started using. Now, sorry. I'm actually, you know what? I'm not sorry. I'm 100% against, like, okay, you play Photoshop, whatever, and you do your AI stuff. That's your thing, whatever. You're cool. I guess you're an artist, whatever. But not you're never gonna be better than Dirty Filth, than just like, or at least like my peer with like just physically drawing stuff. Like, I just sit here, I draw cartoons and enjoy myself, and it's a peaceful time. These people just plug into something, into the internet, paint me this, and it comes up, and it's beautiful. A lot of it is beautiful. I must also disclose, I follow a lot of AI artists, and their art's cool. Namely, if you go to X, type in mean orange cat. That guy's a beauty with what he does. But that's the new way of the stuff. And I get to be that grumpy old guy that says, and I apologize here, Dave, for swearing, but screw that stuff. It's going to be cool. That's the way it's going to go. I'm going the way of the dinosaur, whatever. But without people that, like, at some point in time, people should take down like a piece of paper and some art and try to draw what they're thinking. Maybe you might get good at it. I don't know. And to anybody that is already drawing stuff or doing art with paper and pen or ink and acrylic or whatever, you know what? Good on you. You'll probably never make $1 million unless you do some kind of like, unless you can money launder your stuff at a New York art house of some sort. It's never going to happen. So the best you can do is you're never going to make money off of it and get rich and famous or anything. But the point is, do it just because. Because why the hell not? I mean, go write yourself a Wikipedia post about how good you are or something. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of this stuff, and I'll never be a big fan of it. I was never a fan when all the digital stuff came out and all this willy nilly namby pamby stuff came out. Photoshop things, and I know I use Photoshop and all that stuff to do my own art and everything, but there's a fine line between that and anyways, blah, blah, blah. Cat fuzz, dirty Phil's ranting here, and that's the way she goes. So that's my opinion. And if you're still sitting here listening to this, then good, I appreciate it. But that'll never change for me. However, that being said, I mean, for my artwork to ever be put into a cartoon of some sort, I would probably have to use AI to do it simply because, well, I don't have the time to animate anything, and I don't have any animators or any of that type of stuff at my disposal. So, I mean, if I was ever going to do a cartoon or animation show, oops, there's some cat fuzz in there. If I was ever to do that, I would probably have to do that. So I guess I can't really bitch too much about it because that's just the way she goes. Sometimes she goes, sometimes she doesn't. Erections and way she goes ruin the day. Hello, K17. Delicious tea. All right. I got a color in the UFO here. But let's not be angry about anything, shall we? I can pout in a corner later on. I'll gather up the gargoyle and pout to him, and he'll be like, "Okay, Dad, I'm going outside." And he would, because he would just vanish for 24 hours. What a jerk! But here we are, putting this shit in. We got to put the gremlin in here because what other cat would go out of their way to steal a UFO and not know how to use it, but the gremlin? What a dweeb. Ooh, I put a little bit too much water in that bad boy. And then the cat fuzz for my trouble. Those damn cats. Ooh, excuse me. I actually should have colored the UFO first, but there we go. Let's take a moment here to appreciate my fans, people that are hanging out here. Hello, Kitty Cat, the Jaquita, Philip Blair 20, Magneticus Attracticus, you weird bastard, I love you. Thirsty 86, hope you're having a wonderful evening. Wait a second. This is my second favorite ghost song, If You Have Ghosts. It just came up randomly. Yes, hello, mister. Hello, mister. Hold on a second here. Look at him. What are you doing? Look at this meathead. Oh, we're trying to get a good picture of him. There he goes as he saunters away. There's a cat butthole for everybody. Hey, Mr. Gremlin. Yeah. I tried. That's what I think about that guy sometimes. What a jerk. Flipping the bird. Unbelievable. How many other places have cats all over the place? Madness is this. Hi, Thirsty. Anyways, this is mostly all dried up here. I believe. Little shaker fries action. Just gonna fill in that UFO first. Let's get that UFO done here. Yeah. Oh yes, when I mentioned Ghost, I believe that's one of Fox's favorite bands. Hello, mister. What are you doing, you giant turd? Hi. No, sorry. Come in. Ouch. Enough. Man. Sorry, I had to beat up the cat a little bit. Oh, let's turn this up and down. Where's there? And people rag on the band Ghost because, well, they don't like original things. And yes, it's kind of formulaic, but I like it. I didn't find any problem with it, but also I drink the pickle juice before I eat the pickles, so I think Lady Nightcrawler needs a little bit more blue. Well, Fox, I'm sometimes right about things. But yeah, everybody digs on Ghost. Is like, wow, this is a really good band. I don't like it because it's new and it's not like Metallica or like current bands. Oh, the sure enough, the guy was he had musical disputes with people. Who wouldn't have a dispute with anyone? I mean, I'm still trying to find something to dispute Fox with and Mrs. Fylth and the cats, but I can't because, well, we're just so cool. By the way, if you go to filthy.com, there's a link there, and if you need some kind of like weird plushie, like you want a Bigfoot or maybe a Mothman or something weird made, send Fox an email. It's at the bottom of the website there. Just scroll down, it'll be there. There's a little page, and email her and give her something just absolutely brutal to deal with. And then I can go visit her and watch her struggle mightily with it. Sorry, Fox. Love you, pal. But yes, and you can also buy cartoons. And then once you're done buying that, go to spacedoutradio.com, go to the page to buy stuff at the shop and buy the socks. If you don't buy anything else, just buy the socks. Trust me. Those socks, those socks have survived warehouse guff for like probably a year and a half now, 2 years almost. It's almost about 2 years. And those socks still fit my feet. You can still pull them up. Nothing's like freshly pulled up socks. I got one more thing to do here before we get to the. There's nothing for you. Just a little on the outside here. Just a little bit on the outside to. See, that's the beauty about watercolor. You can just look at that little drop there. See how that little drop there? Right there. It's going to go bye-bye. There it went. Arrivederci. Chustamos. There we are. Beauty. Just as exactly as I want all the color to be. Fuck, Curtis. 1 second to yell at one of my RPG players here. Curtis is not paying attention. You know what, Curtis? Curtis is asking if there's RPGs tonight. And unfortunately, there's no RPGs tonight. I didn't schedule it, but he's like, hey, if you want to come over and run some RPGs with Dirty Fylth, we can do that. Man. We're struggling a bit here, folks. So I think my red is dead. Yep. She's dead, boys. Let us have a moment of remembrance for this poor red pen. This is, I gotta refill it. Damn it. Well, unfortunately, the show must go on, so here we are. Ouch. Okay, bye, Red. Apparently you're leaving. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Make sure you don't hurt yourself with fireworks. All right, here we go. Now let's put this cartoon to life, shall we? Yes. Fucking Gremlin in there. Damn Gremlin always stealing the UFO. Look at him. Look at him. What a jerk. Unbelievable. Okay, we're not gonna be listening to this advertisement. Ooh, Death SS Heavy Demons is what's coming up next year, folks. For music I'm listening to. It's a old Italian band, Steve Sylvester, by the way. It's little number 5 up here. Yeah. And I was listening to some Bathory earlier today. And I feel like heavy metal music, Bathory is one of the original bands that started the so-called Viking metal music. But nobody's ever really achieved that sort of flavor, and it was a long time ago, and it's kind of forgotten now because you got all these other terrible bands that come out there. But anyway, it's not important here. I have to scroll up here to see if I missed anybody that showed up here, because may have. Oh, geez. I really can't do this. I can't scroll up during the show and attempt to say hi to everybody. Usually I got my accomplice with me, But Fox Vegas's inner compound, 13 blocks away, it's this huge fortress, and it's got a big skull at the top of it. So we'll reconvene in the future for further ramblings, Fox. But I'm just gonna have to just draw this cartoon. I'm just gonna ramble away here, and I apologize if I miss anybody's comments or anything. So this cartoon is Nightcrawler and Lady Nightcrawler, and they're kind of hanging out in a backyard somewhere in the city. That's the best I can explain it before I start drawing all the cartoons for it or inking it. But I kind of came up with this idea a little while ago, and had a I had a quest for these cartoons, and I have to actually do a little more blue on one of these bad boys here because it's not blue enough for my likings. That's not very Nightcrawlery blue on those pants, is it? No, it's not. There's Lady Nightcrawler's dress. Ooh, they're gonna be naked. Properly draw the spider web on her dress. Look at that. Naked cryptids. Unbelievable. There we are. There, the light or the wooden posts. Ready there, and then we'll do gotta scoot that background in there real quick as well. Yeah, it's one of the things with cartoons and backgrounds. Get the number 5 out for that bad boy. Just to put over top of it. The thing about the backgrounds is that it just makes everything pop a little bit more. And make a cityscape, you just got to do a nice couple of tall buildings and whatnot, and then it kind of just as long as the eyeball understands what's happening, you don't have to do too much extra work. And as I was saying earlier about people that might be interested in painting or drawing, and it's just little things like this I found out through my artwork, through playing around and whatnot. I just find that if you do enough to put the bones down, the human eyeball is able to draw the rest in for you. So my job as the cartoon guy is to try to just show people what I'm trying to bring across on these stories and everything. And so if I can just draw enough cartoon to get people to see the idea that I'm putting across, then I've done exactly what I wanted to do. And then after that, I just add in any discrepancies and whatnot, and everything works out pretty good. So we see that we have the background there, and put that old big number 5 away, and we'll grab the number 4 here. Pour a little of that ginger ale into that spot. And then what we're going to do here is draw the cartoons in. Characters. Nightcrawler and Lady Nightcrawler. And the thing about Lady Nightcrawler and Nightcrawler is that Nightcrawler's eyes are a little more oblong. They're more oval. They have the oval shape to them. Where Lady Nightcrawler is round and she's got the eyelashes. One second here. And I should look up here on the chat to see what everyone's saying. Yes, happy 4th of July to everybody. Cheers to America. I don't know. I got an air gun. I'll go shoot it like 4 or 5 times for you guys. Tyler 420, thanks for showing up. Undead Jed, handsome as always. Fox Vegas, my accomplice. Her and I have matching daggers. I wish. Philip Blair 20, thanks for showing up. Thirsty 86, you're also a beauty. K17, hope you enjoy your presents. I think that's good. Hey! Double shooting. You know what? I think the next year to celebrate America's independence, I'll watch Tombstone. I don't know why, but I think that's appropriate. Good film. Actually, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna watch Independence Day. Will Smith shooting aliens. Why not? All right, here we are though. We're going to deal in the, excuse me, Nightcrawler and Lady Nightcrawler. So let's look at that. Perfect Nightcrawler legs and everything else. Beauty. Just enough character for that. Look at that. Look at that. And then Lady Nightcrawler, she's a little more sleek. She's a little less rugged, but look at that. They're both naked too. Unbelievable. Oh yeah. And then on the bottom there, we connect the 2 windows to seal that. I'll put those 2 windows in there now. Connected. Oh, look at that. Drawing is perfect. They're right in their place. Ooh, I forgot a little bit of gray there, but that's all right. It'll all work itself out in the end. Lady Nightcrawler and Nightcrawler. What a beautiful couple. See, you should aspire to be like these people. They don't have any hands, but they love each other. Do you think anybody opens the pickle jar in this relationship? Not a chance. And look at Lady Nightcrawler. Still got her makeup on. Beautiful. Whoops. We're just going to add a little detail to some of this here before we get to the buildings. Bloody hells, we're almost at 1 hour here, folks, and I'm still rambling away. Blah, blah, blah. Dirty filth. So, yes, I would like to say thank you for everybody that stopped by today. I'm Dirty Filth. Fox Vegas is usually here with me. She was out on assignment today. She's home. She's okay. She's got a lot of rowdy people that can help her out if she needs to suplex someone, so she's all good. Don't worry, the zombunnies aren't going to get her. She's the master of them. And we're here every Saturday. Dave Scott is here every Monday to Friday. And you can go to spacedoutradio.com, check out the swag that we got there. I suggest, as always, socks. Put these windows in here and just think every one of these windows, there's some weirdo lurking inside of them. Like, you know what? I bet Undead Jed lives here, right in this one. We'll put a little couple ticks there. That's Undead Jed. He lives right there. Second floor in that building. In the city. Love it. I love doing these cartoons. I just absolutely love sitting here. I could probably do this for a long time, but after a while I get a little bit rowdy and swear a bit, and then probably get banned from this and whatnot. But that's what happens when cats start biting your legs and trying to jump up on you. We just gotta add some detail here. Look at that Nightcrawler, Lady Nightcrawler. We just have some detail. And we're good to go here. Let's put just a little bit of shadow on them to let you know that they're actually on this plane of existence. See that? That just grounds them right onto the drawing. Fuck your stupid restrictions there. Free of charge. Bent. Sorry, Dave. Ranting about the YouTube stuff. Normally, I don't have any music listening in the background, and I wouldn't have to yell at the subscription stuff because there's no way. I don't own any subscriptions. Well, actually, no. I do have a subscription. It's well, it's not appropriate, but I do have one subscription. And then we put these little bits of grass here so everybody knows. There's a little dandelion there, a little dandelion there. All right, looking pretty good here. Tighten up that side post. There you go. Look at that. Just beautiful. And then we're gonna tighten up a little bit of the roof there. A little bit of slime dripping off the top because that's just how it goes. Sometimes there's some sludge to deal with. Or just a little bit to tighten everything. We're almost done here, folks. Let's sign this bad boy. Alrighty. Just tighten up a little bit of the art here. This is my favorite part because I got to go through and make sure everything is working nice. And also then it looks nice for everybody else too. And I figure if I like it, somebody else might like it. So there we are. I think that's almost done. We gotta make this heart a little bit better. Look at that. That's nice. Perfect. Now we sign this bad boy. Oh, where's the old signing pen? Apparently, hold on. Actually, I can just roll over here because Foxx isn't here, so I can roll over to the other side of the studio and not have to crash into her and mash like $600 worth of equipment. Alrighty, here, let's sign this bad boy. Fylth, what's the date today? 4th of July. Beautiful. Shum. Let's just call it lovers, shall we? I think that's good. Let's get the old no, I don't know where it is because they cleaned up the art studio here and I don't know where my frame went to, so I can't put the nice frame on there and make it look nice at the end. But I would like to thank everybody for hanging out here for about 5 minutes or 10 minutes or the entire time. You guys are all entirely awesome. And I appreciate you, and Foxx appreciates you as well. We're happy to do this every Saturday. And don't forget, Dave Scott, Monday to Friday, Spaced Out Radio. Plug her into YouTube. Go to spacedoutradio.com. Go to filthy.com. Buy a book from me. Buy a plushie. Foxx has like 900 plushies at Eat Options. It's not even funny. We're having a terrible time getting rid of them. So do the right thing. Adopt a plushie. And have a wonderful rest of your Saturday. Please don't blow yourself up. Make sure you have a shot of whiskey and a beer or something, and a hamburger or like a 16-foot hot dog, whatever Americans do on Independence Day. And remember, remain dauntless. Choose.